Key sightseeing attractions of Moscow are the main reason for the tourism boom in this city, and every year many people travel to this city to see them. By traveling to the capital of Russia, you can visit all kinds of sightseeing centers, entertainment centers, shopping centers, museums, etc. and experience a pleasant trip. Some of the attractions of this city are so different that you will not find them anywhere in the world. If you are a traveler to Moscow, don't miss this video from our channel to get acquainted with the sights of Moscow and go see them with full knowledge. Russian people are a race of East Slavic races, which people live mainly in Russia and neighboring countries. The name of Russia originates from this name. Russians speak Russian. The population of this ethnic group in Russia is 115,889,107 people, and including other countries, this figure reaches 150 million people. Russia is the largest country in the world, located in the north of Eurasia. This country is located in northern Asia and Eastern Europe, and with the North Pacific Ocean and the Arctic Ocean, it also has a blue border with the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, and the Baltic Sea. Russia has a land border with 14 Asian and European countries and has sea connections with the countries around the Bering Sea, the Sea of Japan, the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, and the Baltic Sea. With an area of 17,075,400 square kilometers, Russia is the largest country in the world. The area of Russia is twice the area of Canada or China or the United States of America. This country is located in high latitudes and most of the country's regions are cold and have little rainfall. For this reason, most areas of this country, especially the vast land of Siberia, are uninhabited and agriculture is not possible in these areas. The capital of Russia is Moscow, which is in the western and European part of the country and is the largest city in Europe. Number 1 Natural Tourist Attractions. The first and main attraction in Moscow is the nature and natural attractions of the city. Throughout history, Moscow has always been one of the greenest capitals in the world. Currently, 40% of Moscow's area is covered with vegetation. This feature, along with the presence of the Moscow River and the mild climate, provides tourists with pristine and beautiful nature. Of course, there are many natural and artificial parks to visit in this city. Number 2 Government Historical Museum. The first and most important museum in Moscow is the State Historical Museum. This museum is also known as the Gate of Russian History. In this two-story museum, which has 39 halls, you can see the oldest handicrafts of Russia from ancient times to the 20th century. Many personal belongings of the czars, accessories such as furniture used in the palace of these people, the oldest copies of Russian books, weapons, etc. can be seen in this museum. Number 3 Kremlin Weapons Museum. The Kremlin Weapons Museum, also known as the Kremlin Treasury, is another must-see attraction in Moscow. In this museum, you can see all kinds of ancient statues, magnificent clothes of Russian czars and even their wedding dresses. In this museum, you can also see a collection of silver and gold works of art from the 4th to the 20th century. The entrance time to visit this museum is known and tickets must be purchased at least 1 hour before the start of the visit. Number 4 Red Square. Red Square is one of the main attractions of Moscow due to the presence of beautiful buildings with impressive architecture and special paving. The parade of the Russian Red Army is held in this square every year, and sometimes national shows and concerts are also held in this square. Number 5 Memorial Museum of Astronautics. One of the issues that the Russian government is proud of is sending Yuri Gagarin, or the first man, into space. This happened at the height of the Cold War between Russia and America, and it is a great honor for this country. This issue has caused a museum to be built in memory of this historical event and become one of the attractions of Moscow. In this museum, you can see the gas capsule, Yuri Gagarin's spacesuit, and many achievements of Russian space history. This museum and its interesting environment is one of the most spectacular attractions of this city. Number 6 Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts. If you are interested in art and old works of great artists, the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow is one of the places you should visit during your trip to this city. In this museum, an exquisite collection of artistic masterpieces is exposed to the audience. This museum, which is also the largest museum in Moscow, is considered one of the most famous historical monuments in Russia. In this museum, in addition to the works of art, various scientific, research, and exhibition activities are also held every year. Number 7 Open Air Museum of Tsaritsino Architecture. To the south of Moscow, in the complex of the Tsaritsino aristocratic estates, there is a museum called the Tsaritsino Open Air Museum of History and Architecture, which consists of a large park, lush gardens with archways, a pond and musical fountains. Grand Place, Bread House, Opera House, Greenhouse Garden, etc. are among the must-see places of this museum. Number 8 Okotny Ride Shopping Center. Traveling is meaningless without shopping, even if you have traveled to a city with the aim of visiting its sites. Of course, in tourist cities where many tourists travel to them every year, even shopping centers can be a sight to see. One of the famous shopping malls in Moscow is Okotny Ride Shopping Mall. This center is one of the largest shopping centers in Moscow, which, in addition to various brands of clothing, shoes, cosmetics, etc., also has famous restaurants and coffee shops, where shopping provides an enjoyable day for travelers. Number 9 Izmailo Shopping Center. Many tourists who travel to Russia and the city of Moscow, even if they do not have the purpose of shopping, will definitely visit this traditional and beautiful market. All kinds of goods with different qualities and different price ranges are sold in this big market, so this market is a good place to buy souvenirs. Many Russian products and handicrafts can be bought in this market. Russian samovar, Orenburg shawls, Palik and Fedoskino jewelry boxes, Matryoshka are some of the Russian handicrafts that are sold in this market. Even if you don't have a purpose to buy, watching these handicrafts and the play of colors will definitely be attractive to you. Number 10 Spruce Hills. Spruce Hills are located near the Moscow River and are the highest point of this city with a height of 220 meters above sea level. By standing on top of these hills, you have a unique view of the whole city. In these hills, there is one of the most attractive parks in Moscow, where there are rest areas for travelers to have a pleasant rest in the green nature of Moscow in addition to watching the city from the highest point.